We have a massive new balance patch. Honestly, quite surprised by it. I didn't expect there to be a patch today. I know there would be 2 new items in the new season, but a balance patch was a pleasant surprise. Let's just go over the notes, because there's actually quite a lot of changes that has happened this patch, and I'm pretty happy with most of them. So, Mr. Mime first getting a special attack buff, and also a confusion buff, which I think is totally fair. Mr. Mime has been, lagging behind a tiny bit now for quite a long time. And as a Mime player, honestly, I will look forward to playing some barrier and confusion with this. Then we have Serena getting a defense. There's also even more buffs to this. These are just like some stats that we have to look at. So Serena's getting a defense and a special defense buff. You can see right here. Around like nothing early game, but then, like 10, 20 more, 30 more to late game. Just making Serena a tiny bit more tanky. And then we have Dragapult buffs. And honestly, was to be expected, Dragapult is getting a big holoware. But, Dragapult is one of those Pokemon. I don't care if he gets the skin and gets buffed. I wanted the skin, and I wanted the buff with the skin. So, totally fine with me. We have Dragapult for the attack damage being buffed. Just straight up attack damage by 30 into late game. On level 15, early game, it's not really that much. Mid game is not that much. But just in general, having a better attack damage curve. And then we also have Inteleon getting special attack nerfed pretty harshly, actually. You can see the difference right here. It's actually quite decent. As we now head into, let's just go over these later. Let's just start with these for now. I think they're going to be kind of the same. So first we have Veil getting a heal buff again. It used to have a lot of healing on the basic attacks on Veil, and then nerfed it a lot. And since then it has kind of been just, not really it. So I'm happy they're kind of buffing it a bit again. Even though Veil is of course quite annoying, but at least it can't really last hit or stun you for like a million years. Also more damage reduction in normal Veil and Veil Plus, so that sounds quite good. Then we have a Greninja double team buff from 9 to 8 seconds, double team plus from 8 to 7 seconds, and we have Water Shuriken slowing more. Which, I mean, sure, I guess. Why not? Yeah. I mean, Greninja does deserve buffs, so in the end, it's probably quite reasonable to think about, right? I don't know if these buffs will be it, but I'm gonna try some double team Water Shuriken Greninja. And I will let you guys know, of course, today or tomorrow in a video on how I feel about it. Then we have Hoopa Phantom Force. Hoopa finally getting some nerfs. It has been time. I think the buffs they did to Hoopa a while ago were just a huge mistake. And finally they're getting some nerfs onto Hoopa again. Phantom Force, 2-second more cooldown. Hyperspace Portal, 2-second more cooldown. And also move speed increased at base. You always are very fast once you port it back. This is also getting reduced. And then we also have the move speed after, increase after here. So in general, you're just going to be slower after taking the portal back. And in general, the portal will be much lower cooldown, much higher cooldown. So you can't do as many shenanigans with Hoopa, which I think is totally fair, because it is one of the most broken Pokemon. And Hyperspace Hold is the most broken. I've been saying it. It's the most broken basic ability in the entire game. It's complete nonsense. It is way too OP, and I'm glad they're nerfing Hoopa. Then we have Buzzwole. This is kind of weird superpower. Now make opponent unmovable by 0.5 seconds by slamming. I guess to make sure that they can't get over the superpower. I'm not sure if this is a buff or not, but it sounds like one. We'll see. I'm going to try this in test mode and see what it looks like later on. And then we have some new nerfs, which I think were to be expected. They overbuffed it a tiny bit too much. Now they're hitting the solar beam damage, which I think is fine. I think leaving it at the lower cooldown is totally decent, because you want to have your moves up often. It's more fun, right, for your moves to be up than down. So just nerfing the damage seems to be a good call on the solar beam. And we also have Unite move being nerfed also for a tiny bit, which, I think no one really uses the Unite move necessarily for damage, but you can, right? You go into Unite move, you run to the enemy's agility surf, you combine surf, boost auto attack, and Unite move damage, and you can one-shot enemy squishies quite easily. So sure. This one surprises me. They're nerfing Urshifu Surging Strikes again. This one is a huge surprise that I didn't expect whatsoever. Because they already, Urshifu is still pretty strong, I would say, right? It's still a top tier Pokemon. But they nerfed him last patch, right? So I'm kind of surprised they're nerfing it again. But sure. The heal also getting nerfed, damage getting nerfed, and Surging Strikes. Actually, was this not from last patch? I'm not sure. Let me go to this very fast. Let me go here. Because this seems kind of weird. Let's go down to Urshifu. Where's Urshifu? Or was it the patch before Urshifu got nerfed already? It's been this long already? Okay, Urshifu got nerfed in this patch right here. There we go. Oh no, it got nerfed. No, it got nerfed further. Wow, okay, never mind. So Surging Strike Style cooldown, moves attack damage lower, and also the heal also lower. Wow, okay. I mean, if Urshifu is still top tier after this, then I mean, the Pokemon is absolutely broken and has broken mechanics. And now we got to the Dragapult buff. So not only attack damage is getting buffed, we also have Shadow Ball being buffed by a good amount of damage, much more attack damage scaling. The Mark that gets procced also much more damage, and the final Mark proc also a lot more damage. So straight up more damage on Shadow Ball. It is a pretty bad ability, I have to say. So I mean, it did need buffs 100%. Then we have Shadow Ball also healing more. Oh, this is Shadow Ball Plus, I assume. This is Shadow Ball Plus, right? Probably, yeah. Which is just a bit stronger version. So that's pretty much all there is to it. And then we have Phantom Force also getting a 2-second cooldown buff with an attack speed increase of 15 more %. And then also the attack speed or the attack increase can now go 10 up to 10 times, 6 up to 8 times. So Phantom Force has a built-in attack rate that you get on KOs. So now you get a 10 attack damage per KO up to 10 times. Before it was 6 attack damage to 8 times. So this could be quite strong. Phantom Force was always kind of weird. Like, it did good damage, but you kind of popped out of Phantom Force. You didn't do enough damage to actually KO someone though, and then you just died. That's pretty much Phantom Force. And also move speed increase from 15 to 30%. Oh, this could be annoying. This could be very annoying, especially because invisibility. You're going to be invisible during Phantom Force. This could be very annoying. Just gonna let you guys know that already. And then Unite Move also getting a 2-second buff, which is good for, you know, Dragon Dance. Dragon Dance, I guess, is kind of risky to buff. I was hoping they maybe give it some damage reduction during Dragon Dance or something, or make the first second of it unstoppable, right? If it just was like the first second, or the first half, or like the first, half of the round would be unstoppable, I would be quite happy already. So that you can at least get Dragon Dance out a bit, and then in the second half you can cancel it. I think that would be quite nice as a buff for Dragon Dance as well. But not today, as we have a Zacian buff for some reason. I'm not sure if this is a mistake or not. I really hope it's a mistake. But we finally have some Intelli nerfs as well. So not just special attack is getting nerfed. We also have Water Gun being nerfed, because I mean, it does way too much damage for a level, 1 ability. It's so ridiculous. And Liquidation also finally getting a nerf. So Liquidation getting a nerf, special attack getting nerf, Water Gun getting a nerf. I think that should make Inteleon much more fair. For sure, right? It has been way too strong for way too long now. As we have also Blaziken getting a nerf, which I hope is fake. Attack speed increase has been deleted. I'm not sure why they would nerf Blaziken of all Pokemon. I mean, it is good, but like, I don't think it deserves a nerf. I hope this is just something that might be wrong in the patch notes. I don't think I saw them in the in-game patch notes, or were they in the in-game patch notes? I don't think so, right? So yeah, I'm not sure what this one is about. Then we have Mimikyu with a Play Rough nerf, which is, of course, very needed. And Shadow Sneak also getting a Fear Duration nerf. So those are two very good nerfs, I would say, to this build. It's too bad it also hits, the Shadow Claw build. But, at least Mimikyu will be much more fair now. It's still going to be painful. Play Rough, of course, it's annoying. But the 2.5 second more cooldown makes it much more punishable. And then we have Confusion on Mime getting also a cooldown buff. But we already have this here. So something in these patch notes is still definitely not too accurate, as we have this right here. And then we have a Confusion thing right here. Kermorant getting maybe a Hurricane buff. And then some other things. Serena also getting a Dropkick buff. And Azumarill is something as well. So yeah, that's it for the patch notes. I mean, they look quite interesting. I do like them. This patch seems to be hitting most of the strong Pokemon. The only thing is, I hate when a patch comes out and it's mainly nerfs, because that's kind of boring to play, because I kind of want to try, I kind of want to try more buffed Pokemon. It's more fun, right? Let me know in the comments how you rate this patch, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!